This is Dan Riley for Passionate World Internet Radio. The passing of Paul Reubens at 70 comes at a time where comedy is under a microscope, and more importantly, a laugh is harder to come by than it used to be. An icon who fell from grace, Paul Reubens passing away will come with his critics and those who praise him, but this episode isn't about him. I never watched Wee Herman, but I know a comedian like Paul Reubens showed the power of laughter in a world that's complex, frightening, and as we know, can be flat out ugly. Other comedians over the years like Dave Chappelle, Daniel Tosh, Carlos Mencia, etc. also did the same thing. But the world's definitely been a lot more unpleasant lately, hasn't it? There's a reason we need comedy more than ever. It exposes flaws and gives us something to smile about, which is why I hope soon both conservatives and liberals can leave comedy out of the culture war. Comedians like Matt Stone, Trey Parker, and Carlos Mencia did a better job growing up addressing the world's problems than Donald Trump, AOC, or George W. Bush ever did. That's why we hold comedy so close to our hearts. It makes the unbearable a little easier to get through. And that's magical. I want my audience to find anything they can laugh at now, for the sake of our own mental and emotional health. I've had times in my life where it took a laugh to get through the day, where I really needed one after watching the news, because the world will destroy your spirit if you let it. Regardless of what you think of Paul Reubens, a comedian passing away in times like these should be paid attention to, because it's basically a metaphor for what's going on in the world around us. It's a lot harder to find a smile. It's a lot harder to find something to laugh at. We feel a lot more jaded than we used to. We need comedians more than ever, because nowadays the world feels more like an utterly depressing soap opera where anything that can go wrong will. It's been said if you don't laugh, you cry. Well, that's definitely been true since 2016. This is Dan Riley. Thank you so much for tuning in, and so long.